against the 49ers in the...
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Takes it at the 7th. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They'll drop to throw, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
We know you guys have heard that when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing to start the drive. Knight. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Seven yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Knight. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun. Knight. Caught on the right side. Reed. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now back to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
throwing on first down. Knight. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Off the play fake. Knight. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. No gain on the play there. Second down. Operating from the gun. Knight. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
On third down, Knight. And this one complete to Reed. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10.
Wide open receiver complete.
And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Kamara off the draw. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. James has got it. Complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Coup now for the point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards to pick up first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Second and 6. That one complete to Elliott.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He'll drop to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be fourth down. Here we go with Kamara. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Trying to hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Back to throw. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rosa's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Knight. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jonathan Taylor, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Leonard Fournette, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Knight.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 2nd and 3. And that's Elliott, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On first down, Knight. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw on second down, Knight. And he finds the tight end, Reed.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got some space here.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Knight looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Elliott.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Completes it again to Gage.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Falcons offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down. Knight throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 38 yards.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't lost. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago?
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got room.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 14. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
94 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Knight. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up second down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.